dream in times gone by.
Hello, this is Joanna. My friend Yolanda and I went camping last weekend. We saw an injured David's deer. She looked so adorable. I felt so sorry for what happened to her, so I conceived a story after I back home. I decided to create a stop-motion animation to perform it, as a part of my closing design, to call on the protection of David's deer and their habitat. Right now, I'm drawing the storyboards. I draw some deer, a tree, and some stumps to represent that many trees have been cut down, and the grassland, and a bad guy who cut the tree. I cut the characters from the paper and try to make them move to perform my stop-motion animation. This is another storyboard. I draw a road. It will replace the grassland. I also draw many tall buildings, piece them together to represent a part of the big city. Okay, let's talk about the story. Under the sky where the sun shone gaily, this is where David's deer live. A little David's deer rests on the grassland with her mother. Most trees are cut down by humans. While the little David's deer goes out looking for food, a bad guy comes. He cuts down the last tree on the grassland, and the mother deer is crushed by the tree to death. The bad guy takes the tree. When the little deer comes back, she finds her mother dead and she cries. By and by, the grassland is gradually replaced by tall buildings. The little David's deer lost her home. She couldn't find anything to eat, so she chose to leave. She tramps over mountains and through rainbows to look for food. She even crosses the snowfield. She seems very hungry. One day, my friend Yolanda and I are camping on a new grassland. We light on the campfire and play the cards game. We see the injured deer come to us, so I stand up and touch her cheek softly. I wanted to try my best to protect her. I decided to dub for my animation as well. I knocked the wood with an iron block to mimic the sound of the bad guy cutting down the tree. I tapped the table with 2 empty plastic bottles to mimic the sound of the little deer running. I also squeezed the plastic package hard. It feels like the voices are pretty low. Shake the water bottle with the half water inside and squeeze it. And finally kneaded the printing paper. Guess which sounds link to which part? After the trip to the countryside, I've noticed that the animals are treated poorly by humans, and I decided to make a stop animation and play it on a t-shirt to make more people notice the poor animals, and I hope that they can help the animals more. Now it's time to cut the clothes. I will tailor the layouts of the clothes. This is big enough. Then I will use needles to fit the clothes layout to ensure the shape that I cut off fits the pattern. Taking these steps needs to be very careful. Right now I am pinning the front side of the clothes. It feels like the small piece is harder to pin. Once the clothes and the layout are fixed, I can start cutting. The cutting stage is very important because it determines the appearance of the final look. This shape should be the shoulder. I usually feel nervous while cutting small pieces of fabric. Then, use the needle to stick the front side and the back side of the clothes. Then it's time to sew. I'll split the pieces of clothes using the sewing machine. The clothes that I use this time come from the curtain used for camping. The reason why I chose the pure white color is that I want to show my stop-motion animation on the finished clothes. It will just be like showing a movie during camping. Now I'm stitching the sleeve. The clothes needs to be aligned smoothly. Then sew the clothes tightly with care. Cut off the excess fabrics. Next is the body part. It takes a longer time than stitching the smaller pieces. It really needs patience. After splitting all the pieces, don't forget to take out the redundant pieces of thread. Finally, after disdainful efforts, I finished my piece of work. Let's put it on the model.
I dreamed a dream in times gone by.
There are many precious things in this life in front of our eyes that just disappears. In fact, they can completely not disappear. We need to stop logging and stop destroying the animals' habitat. If humans deprive them on their habitations and deprive them on their food, everything will end. Without a complete forest, the mountain deer would continue to disappear. Without a good habitat, the animals in the world would struggle to survive, and humans can never be immune. My name is Joanna, and I'm contributing to the animal habitat with you in Hangzhou, Zhejiang province.
But the tigers come at night.
With their voices soft as thunder, as they tear you apart,
as they turn your dream to shade.